log into your cPanel account on your hosting, and after you log into your cPanel account, what you need to do is you need to set up a database for your new website. And this is just a WordPress requirement, and it's really simple to do. So you scroll down to MySQL Databases. So let's click on that. And I'm going to set up a database just called test, just for this example. So create database. We go back. So that's the first part, is the database. The next part is we need to create a user for that database. So we'll call him test user. And the password, I usually just click the password generator here, and then I copy that. As it says, you confirm that you've copied this to a safe place, and you say use password. So very strong. I'll copy that, and I put that over here, also in my notepad file. Just shrink that down a little bit, it's a bit too wide. And then I hit create user. So then I go back. So at this point we have a user and a database, but we need to add that user to the database. So once again, for this example, test user to test database, that's the one that we just created. So then I have to select add, and then we want to click all privileges, and then make changes, go back. Okay. And so now we have our new database, which is, this is the full name of the database, and we've got to make a note of that. So let's copy that, the database name. Once again, put that in the notepad file, sorry. And that's the database name. Our user, whoops, sorry about that. Our user, copy that, and we put that down here as well. So you could even, write a title if you're not too sure, and just call it database user, just so you remember what these are referencing. And actually, I usually just save these files as well afterwards and put them in a special directory or something like that for use later on, because sometimes you might need to reference. Once you have that all set, which it looks like we do, you need to go to your FTP account, which is I use a free program called FileZilla, and this is the time when we need to go and actually upload our two files. One is the website file, and the other one is this import buddy.php file. And we need to import those to the area on our hosting account. So I have this already set up to log into my account, and I'm going to use a test directory. So yours, when you log into your account, you will actually probably by default go into an area that it's been prefixed by the domain name that you've created for that hosting account. But for me, I have a directory set up, so it's usually under the public HTML, and the test blog is what I called it. I have two blogs on here, which is why you see all that other information there. So yours should be empty, and maybe looks something like this when you first log into the root area of your hosting account. So once again, it's under the public HTML directory, and every hosting account usually has some sort of public HTML file area to load up the files to. But like I said, for testing purposes, I'm loading it up to my test blog directory because I don't want to overwrite my other stuff. So anyway, we upload that. So those are selected. Upload it. Now, depending on how large the website is, you just might have to wait a little while. This one's actually cruising along pretty good, so it's probably not so bad in the sense of waiting for time, waiting for the time to pass in order to upload it. let's just go through that. Looks like it's cranking. Excellent. So that's all done. So now we got it uploaded, and let's just minimize that screen for a second. And this is our directory of my test blog. So this is actually a test domain that I have where I just do running of different sorts of blog tests and things like that, and one of which is this example. Anyway, test blog directory, that file that we got to go to is import buddy.php. And sorry, before I even get into that, let me just confirm that now when we go to that area where the test blog is going to be set up, which would be your new website, what we should see is the file structure here, because nothing's been loaded yet. It's just those two files that we just put in, and that's about it. So this should be something similar where you should be at right now as well, and being able to see that in your hosting account, and then you know you have it so far, so set up the way it should be so far is what I should say. So what you need to do now is do import buddy.php is the actual full line that you need to type into the browser, and that will take you to the Backup Buddy Restoration and Migration tool, which is a great tool. It actually makes the process really painless. So it actually automatically has picked up our backup database and files, and this is everything here that it actually needs to get it going. So we will need our actual information that we provided for the database that we created in a minute, but just bear with me for a second. Now for step 2 of this process, you will actually be needing to migrate to a new server. So you're not restoring to the same server because you've actually created a new hosting account that's different from my own. So you don't want to be selecting that one. Leave it to migrate to new server, and then it will prompt you for what you need to do on which is step 3. Just follow through these steps. It says files extracted. Excellent. It's done. It's pretty quick. That's step. Now we're on to step 4. Okay, now WordPress address, which is our site URL, and this is exactly where you want your blog to be set up. So you need to either leave it at the domain name, which is usually what most people would want to do. Once again, for me, it's different because I'm setting mine up in a test blog directory. So just be wary that you don't need to have a directory extension after your domain name. It would be just your domain, and that should be fine. So now this is the information where we enter in our database name. So let's just do this, copy, paste that, the user, which is that, and the password. Okay, I leave that database prefix alone. Let's just hit this test button and making sure that everything is okay. So it should be success for everything, which is steps 1 through 1, 2, 3, 4. Success, 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 success. Excellent. So then that means we could just proceed on to the next step. So I'll click that. And let's see. Initial database import complete. Excellent. So it looks like that was successful. Let's move on to the next step, which is finish database migration. And that's just taking a second or two. Alright, excellent. Now we're moving on to step 6, import complete. And then now it's just asking you to verify the site and then deleting the backup zip files and the import buddy PHP file from the site root, because you don't need those on the server anymore. It also mentions about leaving it as a security risk. I would just go ahead and delete them. And sometimes, last time I tried this, delete import and migration files, it didn't work. But let me try it again. Okay, hold on, deleted, done, done. Okay, it's just file temporary backup directory couldn't be deleted. Alright. Well, that's just a temporary directory. The main files were that backup for the actual website that we were just migrating, and also the main file was that import buddy PHP. So, and I guess there's a couple other backup temporary files that the system might have used as well. But at this point, we should be all finished. And now, if I go to, in your case, you'd go just click on your new domain name, but for me, once again, I'm going to my test blog area. Then I should have a new blog set up and running and fully functional, which I do. Excellent. So this is the website, the test website that I was just using for this example, and it looks like everything is pretty much in place and looking really good. Got all my posts there, and everything is all set. So once again, thanks again for picking up one of these websites, and if you have any questions or concerns, feel free to email us at support@buildnichesites.com. This is Rob Hickey. Thanks again.